Good morning. Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a reading on Elon Musk and Grimes. So, to give you a little bit of background, I was not a big Elon Musk fan. I thought he was just kind of a jerk. I thought he was really bright, but I couldn't decide if I loved him or hated him. Um, I kind of like him now. I like some of the moves he's making. I like some of the things that he's saying, and he's really funny. What won me over was when they did the presentation on the Tesla SUV that had like the little quad that parked in the back, which I thought was really cool. And he said, the glass is unbreakable, and he threw something and he broke the glass. And he was like, well, I guess we have some things to work on. I thought that was awesome. Awesome pivot. I love that. Apparently, they have semi broken up. I'm not really sure what that is. But I'm so glad it's not an unconscious coupling. But I want to do a little bit of a reading on them. And I mean, I don't know that much about Grimes, but I think she's very super creative. And holy crow, if I were in my 20s, again, I would love to put wings on and run around like she does, totally digging her vibe. But I'm not that familiar with her music. I know she just put out a song about the player of games. And it may or may not be about Elon Musk, but let's do a reading on them. Let's do a relationship reading on them. Their son is super cute. Elon Musk is also Times Person of the Year, and he brought his son to the event, which I think is really great. I mean, if you're a celebrity and you're a big person out there, people are going to be interested in your family. They're going to be interested in your personal life, unfortunately. So if you give them, a little bit, they may not be quite so aggressive and weird with you for more. So let's start our reading and let's see what we get on them. So we'll do them individually, and then we'll do the relationship. We'll see, what that's all about. All right, everybody. So for today, I have Minnie Llewellyn. You all know that's really good for relationships for me. And the Double Major Tarot. Been using this a lot, so I've got my selenite on it, just cleaning it out. And then we have the regular Rider-Waite over here. And because I do think that this is a Grimesy deck, I have my Haunted Mansion Tarot, or Dark Mansion Tarot. So, got a lot of comments about this. It's a great deck. I thought it was going to be very kitschy, but it's very playful. I think I've described it as puckish in other readings. So let's get just the overview on the relationship. And my Alicia Wicker stones here. Put them over by Mr. Elephant. Let's just get baseline on the relationship. We'll do a five card timeline for them. Oh, my stomach just growled. I hope you guys didn't hear that. So again, I was on the fence about Elon Musk. My husband was a huge fan. He was like, wow, he's doing all these great things. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So a timeline on the relationship, considerations. So the hermit is always kind of taking some time to yourself, creating some space, having some privacy for a little bit, just to kind of get your bearings and make decisions. Justice is about making decisions. It's about making informed decisions, though, and really, determining what's the right thing to do. So Grimes has I'm just going to turn my incense here because it's dropping ash everywhere. Again, incense holder that's supposed to be standing upright, but it is not. Oh, I moved the incense over. So there we go. This is actually one of those gravity incense holders, but I don't like the incense that goes in the gravity thing. I have dragon's blood and it's just okay. It's not great. Boy, I'm cranky today. Ugh, unsatisfied with everything. Should do a reading for myself. So, the Queen of Pentacles, she really does have everything that she needs. She's fulfilled. She's not interested in, getting a payout from him or anything like that. She's really not. I don't get a really intense mother vibe from her. I think that she's very pragmatic as a mother. And I'm not saying that she's a bad mother. I just get the sense that she's like kind of a spectator in parenting. Like she's just kind of like, wow. Like she looks at everything from like a very lofty and scientific kind of perspective, and again, for entertainment purposes, I just get the sense that she kind of marvels at the scientific miracle of parenting. Like, wow, like I built this thing. I get that sense from her. And again, I'm not saying that she's a bad mother at all, but she's very fulfilled. Like she's not looking, it's very typical, gold digger Hollywood wife vibe doesn't come from her at all. She's not like that at all. Just want to say, worst cup of coffee in the world. It may be why I'm kind of stumbling through this. I don't know what was wrong with me this morning, but I just made a plain cup of coffee with milk and sugar. Most not extra thing ever. So boring. I hate my cup of coffee. May have to take a ride out to make someone else make me a delicious cup of coffee. So, back to Grimes here. The decisions are hard that they're making right now. I do think that they're quite fond of each other. I intuitively, I'm not getting that this is the end. I don't think this is the end. So, whoop. And the Three of Wands is making our plans for the future. So, is this the end of this relationship? Is this the end of the relationship, or is it just a stagnant pause period? It's a very fulfilling relationship. They're still making decisions about it, and it's him. All right, so decision's going to be up to him. I understand that the excuse for the breakup was that he has to be in Texas and she has to be in LA. Dude, you got more money than you know what to do with. So that's like pretty easy. You just hop back and forth. I'm not sure how legit that is, or if it's I want to be here and you want to be here and tra-la-la. I know he is very, very anti-California. You do not sell off, I think it was $100 million worth of real estate holdings in California to move to another state if you're really not slamming the door. So he broke up with California for sure. And who could blame him? I'm sure he was getting raked over the coals for taxes, and I know he wasn't happy about the mandates for employees. He had some comments about that recently as well. So it looks like the decision is going to be with him. She's content either way. She's just very balanced and fulfilled gal here. Kind of envious. Like she's just like, yeah, I'm doing art and everybody else can go suck it. Like that's really the vibe I get from her. So let's tap into Elon a little bit more. You know what? We're well, I can't even talk. We are gonna switch to double major. Let's just get like kind of a. I always have like a hard time tapping into him. He is very intelligently, very deep. There's a lot going on there. But psychically, he seems very flat. And those of you that read cards or do any kind of psychic work, please comment below if you get the same thing. Like, it's not that he's flat, it's that it's like inaccessible. He's like kind of locked up. You can't really get in there, find out what's going on. So you all can tell me that too. Like, I don't need the cards to read for someone. I just use the cards because it makes it a lot easier for y'all. But I can't quite get in there. Kind of like my reading that I did for Princess Anne yesterday. She seems a little, locked up. Like you can't really get in there. Just my opinion. It could be just me, and not them. So sometimes it's me and it's not them. Oh, these are double majors, so we're reading these up right. So we've got that Knight of Wands again. This is somebody who is just full of ideas and moving forward with them. But emotionally, he is a little bit handicapped. His emotions drive his personal decisions sometimes. And I don't mean that he is making decisions emotionally. His emotions drive him away from decisions sometimes. It's very interesting. He wants to do the right thing. His heart is in the right place, but there's this level of it feels like fear emotionally. Like if things start to get, this is such a weird thing, but if things start to get too boringly intense, he doesn't want normal. And I'm getting the sense that things started to normalize or stabilize with Grimes. I don't think this is over. I just don't. I feel like they are supposed to be together. I thought they were a weird couple when they got together. But I think that they're supposed to, I don't think they're going to get married. I'm saying that right now. I don't think there's going to be any kind of weird formal thing. I just don't think that. And I think he's afraid that she wants like that weird normality. Okay, so it's like the improbability. Oh God, what is it from Hitchhiker's Guide? The improbability button. We have achieved normality. If you haven't read that, I just did the biggest sloppy shuffle. My cards are everywhere, guys. Hang on. I got to get off my bouncy ball chair. Worst sloppy shuffle ever. I love that when I just shoot my cards out. I totally need to change the name of this channel. So, oh goodness. Good morning. If this is your first time here, have mercy. But like, share, and subscribe. So let's get a bead on just Grimes. Let's just get a bead on her and see what's up with that gal. I like her. I like both of them. I think they're super duper. One of the things when I was in my 20s, it was all about Oh boy, here we go. It was all about glitter, and Perry Farrell did the Enid Festival, which I was fortunate enough um, to get to see before it blew up and wasn't there anymore. It was uh, a hard festival concert to get venues, because it was an all night concert, but it was pretty awesome. Saw him in Homedale, New Jersey, at the Garden State Art Center. Now it's named something else, but yeah, we were all about like glitter, and everything was shiny. I think I wore shiny clothes all the time, and I had holographic platform shoes and tons of glitter all over me. Grimes is like living that best life. Like, she is living everything I would have done in the 90s. Um, so for her, she has plans for herself. So our Knight of Pentacles, she has plans for herself, and she does have a very slow moving energy, which is Pentacles are a very slow moving energy. She's ready to enact them, and she really is trying to create a very different genre of music, type of art. I don't really consider her a musician as much as I consider her an artist, because there's so much more going into her productions than just the music. It really is an experiential art, which is really cool. And I think that's what she's moving for, more of an experiential kind of art, taking us more into the 21st century as far as art and experiencing, having that emotional connection to art and music. So it's pretty neat. It's very powerful. Those of you that are readers, take a look at her, do some reading on her, because it's as blocked off as Elon Musk feels. Grimes feels like kind of wide open. It feels like, you're kind of diving into space, and it's cool and it's floaty, and you're out there, and there's stars everywhere, and possibility abound, and there's like a humming, low humming vibration. It's a really, really neat feeling. Now, this is our sneaky card, but I'm not getting the sense for her that this is like a sneaky card. I'm getting more of the sense of this is being crafty and creating something different. That's what I'm getting all here. But she doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't have the backing yet for it. There's a lot of resistance from producers and from executives. They think that this is an impossibility, and so she's hitting a roadblock with that. I say we're gonna see some really cool stuff from her. This roadblock has to be gone, though. Let's see. What is the roadblock? This is why they're not together. This is why she is in LA. She is dug in. All right, I don't even need another card. This is why she's dug into LA, because she is trying to create this new kind of art. I'm going to call it art again, music and art. Smart. Let's call it smart. She's trying to create this new kind of experiential art. And she needs to be in LA for that. She can't be going back and forth, because she needs to keep her foot on the gas lightly, and she needs to keep pushing forward with the people that are resisting it. And she needs to be there to produce what she needs to produce. I'm getting the sense that eventually this will be successful, just not in the immediate, but it's pretty cool. I feel very, very strongly. But that's why she is where she needs to be. that was neat. All right, hang on. We are going to do this. So one of the things that Elon Musk said, a little uncomfortable, is that he's in a place where there's hardly any women. Like he classified, I'm in a remote location and there's hardly any women. Yeah, that's where I think every woman in the world, every partner in the world went, what? Hardly any women. I'm someplace with hardly any women. If your husband does not, or your spouse, your mate, doesn't come home and called you or sent you a text that said, I know it's 3 a.m. I'm out with so and so, and there's hardly any women here. Not the most reassuring statement. But again, it's one of the things that I like about Elon Musk is that he doesn't sugarcoat stuff. I think that part of him is pretty cool. So doing science, there's hardly any women here. So I used to tease my husband because he plays a number of games. He plays Pathfinder with some friends of ours and plays World of Warcraft. And I would always tease him that Iron Princess 464 was his secret girlfriend online. I know he does not have a secret girlfriend online because there are hardly any women that play that. No. But the hardly any women thing I think is funny. So let's see. What is up with the hardly any women? Hardly any women. We'll do a little Celtic cross for this. He doesn't want her to be worried about it. He's worried that she's going to say, you know what? Hey, I'm not. We're not sharing. Hang on, I gotta get some ash. Oh, I knocked it off. He's worried that she's gonna get nutty like that. I don't know if she already has. I do think that women in the past have with him, have gotten very nutty. Well, you're with someone else. I mean, he is extraordinarily wealthy, so the possibility abound to do whatever he's going to do and cover his tracks. But I'm not getting the sense that he's doing that. I think he's legit, working on what he needs to work on. His cup is empty right now. He just doesn't have the bandwidth for additional romantic entanglements. I don't get the sense that he is a runaround guy. Like he's not like, I think he sowed some wild oats in the past few years. I think he was kind of running around. I think he can get what he can get, but he already knows that, and he's like, okay. He's the kind of guy that's like, all right, I'll do this, and then I'll move on, and I don't have to do that again. Like I already did it, and we're good. So his cup is empty right now, and he doesn't want her to get mean, so he's trying to play nice. But that was a stupid thing to say. Sorry, Elon Musk. That was a dumb thing to say. Do you ever want to make somebody nervous? Say, don't look in that closet. Like, there's nothing in there. So, he doesn't know how to move forward. He doesn't know how to proceed deftly with this. And I think it's partly because he is more of a scientist than a Casanova. My husband is more of a scientist than a Casanova, so I kind of get this. He doesn't exactly, he's not very romantic, but he is, again, very pragmatic about how he approaches life and things with me. So, if I'm ever crying about something, he kind of pats me on the back awkwardly and goes, there, and I don't know what to do. So, that's really how it is. But I think he understands that she is very strong, and he understands what she's doing. And he is supportive of that. So he thinks what she's doing is very neat, and he wants to see her succeed. So he's, they're at a pause. I don't think that, I mean, they have a child in common, so they're always going to have something to do with each other. I don't think the romantic relationship is over, though. I just don't. I think, they're both, semi-single is such a weird term. Let's see what holds for the future for them currently. Now, again, we're reading tarot. Tarot reads the current energies. So this can change, but let's see. They're both kind of moving forward freely and with a good spirit. Shortly, I think they're going to find missing pieces, though. There's going to be a lot of options for different directions. And there's my Eight of Cups. Currently, they're taking a pause. Heart of the matter, making decisions. There we go. And under the surface, Seven of Wands is making adjustments. That is, coming from a sound foundation and making some adjustments and figuring out where you're going to go from there. Figuring out how to level up, what the next level up is, where you want to be. So I hope you all enjoyed that. That is my Elon Musk and Grimes reading. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And there is private reading link in the bio on YouTube. And I'm considering doing a blitz on New Year's or New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, my husband and I always put together a gigantic Lego set. We are wild and crazy kids, so, just watch out. But New Year's Day, I do watch the Twilight Zone marathon, but I'm thinking about opening up a queue and just having people do drop-in readings. And if you show up, I'll walk away from the TV and do a reading for you real quick. So comment below if you think that's a good idea. Let me know what you thought of this reading, and have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.